What do you make of the way you suffered? Why do you think God had you suffer like that?
You're watching the Spotlight Network, starring Hollywood's newsman, Logan Crawford.
They now believe a single member.
He works with TV and film legends. And now, Logan's shining the spotlight on the world's top emerging authors and creators.
International were abducted.
This is Spotlight with Logan Crawford, streaming on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV.
I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on Spotlight, we're sharing a true, powerful story of survival, transformation, and divine grace. We're talking to a wonderful author. His name is Rico Nguyen, and he has penned a powerful book. It is called Faith in the Lord. This inspiring memoir follows Rico's journey from the war-torn streets of post-war Vietnam to his ultimate redemption through faith in God. It is a story of struggle and a story of salvation, one that is shaped by man, shaped by hardship, but restored by divine purpose. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today, and we ask viewers like you to support authors like him by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing his wonderful book. The links are below this interview. Rico, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thank you, Logan.
I appreciate your
Thank you so
time
much
and the
for
work
having
on
me.
this wonderful book. It's great to have you on the show. Talk to us about why you decided to share your life story in this wonderful book.
Well, the thing is, I want to send my message to the world, but I didn't know how to. And I just got this instinct to sit down and just write my story. And when I just sit down and I just wrote my story, and I didn't know how to write. My work subject is English, but I just wrote it, and I just produced a book, and I want people to see my personal and my religious journey where I get spiritual guidance, beautiful guidance, and every time I have faith, I stay strong to my guidance. I receive more message. The more I seek, the more I receive, right?
Mhm.
And after that, I keep on receiving message with message bit by bit, bit by bit. So one message at a time, so it won't stress me out. And each message, I do research on it, and then I'm a scholar by heart, where I look at other religion and I analyze how the revelation outcome will come based on my guidance, dream, everything I had, and I use what my guidance, my dream, and everything I had, and I put it into the revelation, and I use other religion as a background of telling the whole story of the revelation. It tells the whole story. Once you put everything together, you get a bigger picture of the revelation.
Yeah, amazing, amazing. Talk to us about what it was like escaping Vietnam as a refugee.
Always hard. I lost my younger brother in the refugee camp of malnutrition, starvation, and all those.
Mhm.
And first thing I noticed is that he didn't came out and play with me. And I look at the sky and ask God why. I always ask God why. And I think it's hard too because my grandfather and my dad were put into the rehabilitation camp where they were forced into rehab, and we have to lucky we have gold. Our family was in poor, we have gold, and we bail them out with gold bribery through the guard, bribery through the we sneak through out of Saigon, and we went through different checkpoint. It's all through bribery. Each checkpoint we bribe each one, each guard we bribe them, and the point we get to the ship, we still bribe the captain to let us in because the captain was being harsh, were greedy, and they want more gold. And us kid was carrying gold on our necklace, no, around our neck, and the kid was carrying gold, and the adult was having nothing. And that's how we struggle. And our source of protein for vegetable was bean sprouts, where my grandfather went to to the town and bought beansprouts through gold. We exchanged gold. And our lucky food was mama noodle, where we exchanged a necklace for a box of gold, mama noodle.
Mm. Amazing.
And
Amazing.
yeah, it's tough. It's tough. And on the boat, I still remember where I was so thirsty, and a can of pop was for all of us to share. I was so
Mm.
thirsty where the can of pop all of us to share, and we each one have a teaspoon.
Mm.
Teaspoon is a source of energy, right?
Yeah.
And I was so thirsty. I grabbed it from my brother and I just soup it in myself.
Yeah.
It was really it's a great struggle.
Amazing, amazing the level of suffering, the level of sacrifice, and the level of perseverance as well. Your faith
Yes,
helped you through. What was the turning
yes.
point that brought you closer to God?
The turning point that brought me to close to God
Mhm.
is when I pray and I meditate and I saw God. I saw God. I saw God, and that when I determined this is my but God never speak to me about God, the beauty of God, where I was kneeling, bound, I I sat into another dimension, and I look up. I saw his feet. Look up. I saw his face. Beautiful, shining face. Is shine. And I knew that was my mission. And then I got message slowly. I get message slowly, bit by bit. And I knew that was my fate. Is when I moved to my condo. I call it 411, my condo, 411. And that when I started everything. And that when I started gathering up the information. I searched for my year where went out and I scholar different religion, and I talked to people with different religion, and I gather all the information. I put it together. Where I think unite religion, I merge religion together. I merge them together because unite religion, you have the difference and the similarity, but I merge them and I put the difference and I merge them together, and you can have a beautiful understanding of what mankind will drive in the future.
Yeah. Part of your story, of course, is that you experienced very vivid dreams and prophetic
Yes,
visions. Talk to us about some of those dreams and visions that really impacted your life.
the dream and vision with impact. Well, the most important dream I have is cross, the burning cross.
Mm.
Burning cross. I have dream vision, vivid dream vision, and a burning cross where I see myself. I'm swimming toward. I see myself. I see my face, Jesus, right in front of me. That's a virtual dream. I see myself after burning cross, and I see myself the burning cross so much time. Mostly, a good example is when I went to California and I went to San Diego. I pray because it's beautiful, a beautiful place, beautiful beach,
Mm.
beautiful place where that's my dream vacation, my retirement home.
Yeah.
I beg God, why does we have to go through this? Why do we have to do this? And the only thing I had a vision is a burning cross and myself. That's
Mm.
me because I am Jesus, and I have no way of
Yeah.
reversing the revelation.
Yeah. Amazing. Amazing. Talk to us about writing this story. Was it painful to go back and revisit the troubled times?
It's kind of releasing my childhood trauma.
Hmm.
I mean, releasing all my childhood trauma, where my whole childhood trauma, I have trauma, and I rewrite it and I release it and I talk about it because I was mute. I couldn't talk about my. A good example is when I was young or in preschool, where I was couldn't pronounce my name, and teacher said pronounce your name. I couldn't pronounce it, and I just stood there and I got whipped. I whipped on my hand, and I couldn't pronounce. I couldn't tell my dad I was whipped by the teacher because I couldn't pronounce my name. My dad just bought me a toy gun, and I didn't want a toy gun. I want to go to school, and I couldn't talk about it until I wrote my book and I started talking about it. I started talking about it, release my childhood trauma,
Yeah.
talking about it. Because I kept that inside of me because I couldn't talk so long, kept it inside, I told nobody. And now I'm telling people I release my pain.
Yeah.
You
Exactly,
mean?
exactly. In many ways, I'm sure writing the book was therapeutic. What do you hope
Yes.
readers take away from the book? What do you hope they learn about the Lord, about difficulties in life, the different challenges that we face?
Well, main thing is faith in the Lord is so important. I have faith so much in the Lord, and I think faith, prayer were consistent. Consistent means keep going, plan A, plan B, and God will guide you there. If consistent faith in the Lord, if you plan B, plan A don't work, God have plan B for you. If plan B doesn't work, God have plan C for you. Consistent,
Yeah,
keep going. And faith in the Lord is so important with prayer. Prayer and action is so important.
yeah. What do you make of the way you suffered? Why do you think God had you suffer like that?
I see everything. I see through poverty. I see through war. I see through salvation. I see my friend. I grew up with my friend. We are from the hood, and poverty lead to crime, uh, crime and everything. You mean like I got a friend who was in a refugee camp. The whole family learn how to steal from they were living in Hong Kong refugee camp. They learn how to steal to survive, and they come to Canada, and the whole life is to steal, and they steal that they start from poverty.
Yeah.
And I went through pain where we was with malnutrition, poverty, and where the school wasn't they didn't have that much program. They short a program, and I wasn't in a special speech program. I was just in a normal ESL program.
Mm.
I was in a speech program, and because all these things showed me that I have suffer where I will suffer, and I will not and I will not let other people suffer after me.
Well, your book,
I see all
yeah,
that
I'm
how open
sure.
my eye, that how
Yeah.
open my eye to endless wealth. Endless wealth is so important. Will endless wealth will solve the world problem.
Mhm.
Will harvest the
Mhm.
tactic global problem, and hopefully by writing my story, world leader will understand, or other people will understand and will change and say why we're living in a world where we are compressed to paying tax, compressed in same currency rate, compressed in have a budget through medical, education, social program where everything is budget. Have a budget where if we use endless wealth for everything, and that will solve majority of world problem. And in the Bible it say that sickness will be no more, right? A good example I can use for that is endless wealth is during COVID, when COVID-19 massive research and development was pumped million to billion of dollars into one cure, because that was do or die, one cure, but that saved millions of lives during
Yeah.
COVID-19. And what if we use that COVID-19 and we put into every cancer, disease, sickness, anything, and we pump billions of dollars into every single one. Job creation, we will create so much job, we will cure every sickness,
Mhm.
cure every cancer in no time. Because right now, it's mostly based on fundraising, right? Fundraising, and sometimes it's pharmaceutical, depend on thing. And the rare one, usually the people that die from the rare one, and mostly the most popular disease or cancer is treated but still underfunded. Underfunded.
Yeah.
Where if we spend billion of dollars like COVID-19 is the best example. And I have a vision on COVID-19 too. I have a vision during COVID-19. COVID-19, I have a vision of COVID-19 where a virtual dream where where how can I explain it? It's very touching because in the Revelation it say whoever add in the word of the prophecy of the word of the revelation will get the plague of the revelation. And I am the carrier, the silence carrier of his enemy. I like to describe it in my book a little bit. And that my vision, I am a silence carrier. It scared me. Yeah, it makes sense. It
Does.
makes sense.
It does, absolutely. Well, it's powerful words, powerful book. It is so insightful and it is so filled with faith and connection to the Lord.
Yes.
The name of the book is Faith in the Lord. In the book, Rico reminds us that no matter how dark life becomes, God's grace can still light the way. It is a powerful message, a message of resilience, faith, and transformation that speaks to anyone that is searching for hope. Rico, thank you so much for joining me here today.
Thank you.
I appreciate your time, your insight, and your wonderful faith. To the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time this time. Until next time.